dealer? How much do you know about the weapons dealer?
Ask Martin, the provisions master of the Paladins, about this. He should be able to tell you more. He has been tasked with unmasking the weapons dealer. You can find Martin in the Harbor District. If you see a heap of crates, provision, and paladins, Martin won't be far.
Nope, he's standing right there. Okay, that's actually kind of good. We got a bunch of useful tidbits here. Unfortunately, not that much experience, but that's okay. That's okay. First of all, we're gonna. Let's actually do some. Yeah, let's get some equipment. Buy the one. There was one amulet that I could buy that would give me some protection, and I would really appreciate that thing. Because let's talk a little bit about how damage calculation works.
Trees and animals were also
let me just get to a little bit more quiet place for that. I think this is okay. So, weapons calculation. So, let's start off with the weapon. The weapon does 40 damage. That's flat. Then there is your strength. That also counts into the damage calculation. The damage is then decided if you're doing a crit or you're doing a normal hit. The normal hit will do 1/10 of the normal damage. So, for example, my example here, I got 71 damage with each swing. Only 1/10 will then get counted. Again, rounding down, will only result into 7 damage. Then there's also armor. Armor will reduce the damage I take by a flattened amount. I can never reach lower than 1 though. Or it can never reach lower than 1. I think that's how it works. So for example, I got a weapons protection of 35. If someone crits me for 50 damage, I will then only receive 15 damage. If he doesn't crit and I only deals 5 damage, then I will just receive 1 damage because I will absorb the other shit. I think that's how it works. There we go. That's at least how I understand it. So critting is really important because it basically unleashes the full damage. I mean, by 10 times it increases the damage. So that's a freaking big deal. Harken. Show me your wares, please. This is what I wanted. Let's sell some shit here. Light Orc Axe. This is not worth that much. I think it's worth to other people. Or it's worth more to other people. Club. Rough Sword. Some clubs and shit.
Works all day too.
That's it. Okay. Now. Let's equip that actually. This is the Wisp and this is the Amulet. Gives me... Now I got 45. That's a kind of a good thing actually. I got a decent resistance now.
And the human slew the beast, and it entered into Beliar's realm.
Let's talk to Laris once more. I think you can now have him go somewhere. Because he is basically like... he will guide you to each and every location. Or to most of locations.
That's not what
and if you... and he's unkillable. So he just one-shots everything, mostly. And he will get the experience, so that's kind of cool.
Hey, you!
Let's go.
Okay, let's...
I cannot leave here until...
Okay, well that's actually kind of good.
So what's your business with Vatras?
I've got this little agreement with the water mages, you see.
These are bad times.
What kind of an agreement?
We work for them, and they see to it that our past in the penal colony doesn't get us into trouble.
These are bad times.
You're talking about the Ring of Water?
You've heard of it?
And it's gonna get
Vatras told me
worse.
about it.
You might have mentioned that right away.
And it's gonna get even worse.
Tell me more about the Ring of Water.
The ring is to the water mages what the paladins are to the fire magicians. But, unlike the paladins, we operate in the background. The ring is a mighty weapon in the battle against the dangers that threaten the people of Corinus.